for lighting. That's right. Oh, actually.
Hold on. We might be moving.
We have to. We have to go close to the light. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Let's get
we
up.
move this back here.
Let's get up.
Here. This
Move that back.
Right, and then we'll move the table closer to the light.
We're such hags.
Back a bit more.
God damn it.
Get the table. Get the table, please. Hey, does it make a difference?
Let's see.
I hate how it doesn't show you preview before you click.
I know. Yeah, it's a little annoying. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, Mike. Let's just jump into it. We're a minute in. We're a minute in. Oh, that's good. Yeah. It's all right. Yeah, get it. Look at you.
I'm going to be blocking it.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Look at you go. Okay.
No, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Until late.
No, it's fine. But no, it's still yeah. You're a little dark. I'm a lot better. Mike, we're a minute in right now.
Yeah.
Talking about lighting.
Let's go in.
Let's do it. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Only Football. We are always just bouncing around in terms of where the hell we're doing this thing. I think we need to rent out like a space. What was that show they had where people would buy lots? What's it called? People would buy lots. It was almost like TLC shows where you would go to
property hunters or house hunters. Or?
Not house hunters, but you would go to this place and people would have all this shit lying around.
You mean the storage wars?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We need to get a storage. We need to get a storage, Mike, because my goodness, man, we are. Mike, you have to just move or just block that light. Actually, yeah. Let's just keep it there.
That's fine.
Turn it off.
Let's go right in.
Yeah. Anyway, 2 minutes in. Thank you. Thanks for hanging around. Yeah, we need to sort that out because we're moving everywhere, every fucking week, and it's a lot.
We gotta get a home base.
We do. We absolutely do. Anyway, so welcome back. Welcome back to Only Football. Max Baller, Michael Holder. Mike, you feeling about the Locatelli deal?
Yeah, I'm just glad it's over. Could have been done a month ago. Could have had a good pre-season with Allegri from the start, instead of having a Sassuolo training. Or he came back late from vacation, but Sassuolo training and then coming now into Juve, it's like you could have already been here 3 weeks ago. So whatever, it's done. Hopefully, we're trying to get more, but I don't think we'll get more. He's an Italian boy, Juve fan, only one in Juve. That's the type of player I want to hear. We're signing.
Yeah, I know. It took
Euro champion
it
too.
It was a bit of a united. How long it took you guys just squabbling over $1 million?
And it was our only signing. It wasn't like we were getting 2 other players.
I think what that tells me is that Juve is in some serious financial trouble right now, because that's generally not how they operate. It just really reminded me of how the Glazers at United operate, and but you guys eventually got it done. It should have been done for nothing. You guys are squabbling for nothing. So you guys are really, you're still in the Super League thing.
Yep.
One of the league.
You guys are too.
We are. That's the thing. Is that we are. At least you guys own it. I'll give you that. At least you own it. So I mean, good on you for that. If that ever happens, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I think we're all done with all the big teams. I'll probably become a full Fulham fan. Cheer for the EPL.
I'll just sleep on that for a bit. But yeah, good deal. You guys need a little bit of help in midfield. And you sent me a clip today, Juve playing their under 23s, and you were really happy about it.
Just because it was possession with the purpose. The goal was nice. It was from our half to their half. A lot of passes, a lot of movement, and it's against 23-year-olds, but still,
it showed what you guys were actually aiming for.
Yes, yeah.
That's the thing. When I used to watch Juve under Allegri back in the day, it's a lot of side to side.
But it's at least
you don't see that. You don't see that too much. Is that just a glimpse of?
He's also adapted as well. He has with the 2 years off. With the 2 years off, yeah, he has.
What makes you think that?
Well, we'll see. But I think.
What makes you think he's adapted? Though? I mean, that happens.
He's had a full 2 years of non-coaching to watch how the game of football is going, and he's coming back to a team and a system that I guess players are familiar with, and he can just tweak it because he wasn't like he was doing bad for us to replace him with Sarri. I think we just needed a change. We got to a level where we thought we couldn't get to the next level, so we just needed to shake it up, and we went down. And now, you know what? We're gonna go back here, and then I think this time with the players he has, and it's 2 years off should really do something. We'll see. Sometimes you need to keep being in it to know it, but
that's interesting. But I mean, you love Mourinho, for example, and he came up to Spurs and. He gets off the hop, like they're scoring goals and whatnot, and then he just kind of falls back into what he always did. Do you not think that this could be a possibility there?
Could be, but I don't think so.
Let's do a little Serie A talk right now while we're on Juve and we see Locatelli. Like when I look at Mourinho, we did their little Series Cup thing, and I had Mourinho and Roma finishing in the Champions League spots. Yeah. Well, it was top four.
Top four. Sorry. You named the fourth.
Yeah. That said, I look at just a few weeks ago, Mourinho gets a red card in a
preseason game,
in a preseason friendly, and I'm almost kind of ruining that decision. Like, my mind says like this could be his last hurrah, and in the league that suits him. But when I see it, I think to myself, like when I see him getting a red in a friendly, like this is just the Mourinho show. Like he's going to make it all about him.
Yeah, that's how it is, though. Yeah.
So I'm kind of ruining that decision.
Remember, everyone's waiting for the quote that Mourinho's going to say. Rome wasn't built in a day. He's going to say that at some point this season. Trust me. Yeah.
I thought he already had.
No. But he's definitely going to say it when they go through the
for lighting. Again, got to sort something out.
I know.
We do. Whatever. It is what it is. It used to be a podcast forever anyway, so I mean, our blurry faces. It's a podcast. It's a podcast with some clearer blurry faces. Depends on the week. I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised he actually hasn't said that yet. And that said, like now that it's been such a thing, like Rome wasn't built in a day, that he can't. Like he'll say it. Right, yeah. He'll say it like maybe when he's leaving.
No,
he's not gonna say it like he's not gonna say
on the way out.
He'll say on the way out, but he won't say it when like things are actually looking dire. Be it 3 weeks from now, be it 3 months from now, or even a couple of years from now. Maybe they have some success, which I was kind of banking on, and they actually. But then in a couple of years, when the wheels come off, then he says it. I don't think he will say it now.
First, who knows? Should we go to the other signings?
Yeah, let's move on. Let's get back to Arsenal. A couple weeks ago, it was kind of heavy Arsenal again. And, there's a Locatelli talk.
That was never there, I know. It was never.
But we spoke about it because it was laughable. And now there's something, for me, I don't mind Odegaard getting picked up, but if I have to rate Odegaard getting signed, I like him. I do. I thought he did very well at Real Sociedad. I thought, maybe he probably could have done a job at Real Madrid, and Zidane just chose not to use him.
I don't think he could have done a job at Real
Madrid. Maybe not, but like he did such a good job at Sociedad.
Yeah, but he's not like
what he was afforded at Real was not enough for me. But then last year when we see him getting moved on to Arsenal on loan, he didn't do much.
He didn't make the team better. So.
No,
I think it's hard. It's unfair on him to be like, oh, you didn't make the team better, you're bad. But Arsenal is a team that, at the moment, it's hard to come in and be the difference maker. You're not going to have like a Bruno coming into Man U effect with Odegaard. No, you know what I mean. So Absolutely. It's like,
but we already saw them last year.
But you can't expect that out of him, right? Or that difference, or anyone who comes in, unless if it's like a superstar, which they're not going to be able to get. But it's like you got a test run with it last year. It didn't really work out. Why were they so eager to buy him? That's like I'm coming from Arsenal's point of view.
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
like now, you know what? He was all right. Like, let's go make sure to get him. Like,
yeah,
no, it's
permanently too. Yeah, it's like could you not have done another loan move? Possibly, maybe Real was
or try somebody else.
Absolutely try somebody else. But it's like, was Real so staunch where it's like you have to buy him if you loan because Real may be desperate for money? But if you're Arsenal, it's like just the ball's in your court.
Yeah,
just let it go. And I think there is potential where he could do a really good job there, but
he's like the same position.
We saw it last year.
Is he a CDM? Or what is
No.
he? CAM?
He's CM, yeah, he's center attack.
So why would
Absolutely.
they give Smith Rowe 10 and then bring Odegaard?
That's fine. It doesn't matter. Who cares about that? I mean, Smith Rowe had a pretty good year. But
I think Smith Rowe's better than Odegaard.
I think Smith Rowe did show, especially because Smith Rowe came
So-
on
so
when
why don't you-
Odegaard came on last year. Like when they brought Odegaard in, is when Smith Rowe started getting more game time. But you need depth. I understand that you need depth because maybe Smith Rowe isn't quite the answer. He's shown that for me, more so than Odegaard.
Yes, me. Yeah, and he's younger.
Yeah, they're both very young. But I mean,
Smith Rowe's still a teenager. Odegaard's in his 20s, isn't he?
Odegaard's what, 22?
Yeah, and Smith Rowe's like 18, 19.
No, maybe he's 19. Maybe he's 19, but they're still both young.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is they're still both young and they can still potentially do a job. But Smith Rowe definitely showed more than Odegaard did last year. And to jump at him for that.
Smith Rowe's 21. Oh, he's not old, eh? I thought he was a teenager.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's good, though.
I like him, too, but you still need depth because Smith Rowe is by no stretch of the finish article.
Okay, so they're big. Okay, so Odegaard's 20. Okay, so Odegaard's at 98, but December, and Smith Rowe's at January or July 2000. So 2 years.
Okay.
But Ramsdale too.
For me, that's the one that really bothers me. If I'm an Arsenal fan, the Ramsdale thing kind of makes me sick.
You don't need that position right now. You need definitely other positions.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're spending $30 million. You know, when Ramsdale when he was at Bournemouth, everyone's like, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a pretty good keeper for the likes of Bournemouth. And then Bournemouth get relegated, and Sheffield pick him up for $20 million. I was like, it's not a bad sale for both teams. You know, for Bournemouth, you just got relegated. You got £20 million for your keeper, and Sheffield's trying to stay up, and they lose Henderson. And when I saw the deal go down, I was like,
not a bad replacement.
It's a decent replacement for a team that's trying to stay up, who had a great year. But Henderson was so key to that team, and it never reached for me when I saw that. Like never reached that level. Like Henderson actually holding it down, and you saw and like there's a couple factors with Sheffield in that transitional year. It's like yes, their first year up, they're very excited, they're juiced up. People don't know how to play them, and then there's the burnout of the second year. Just how Chris Wilder played. But Henderson was so key to them the first year. And Ramsdale came like, all right, you need to make a signing because you just lost Henderson. I get that.
Yeah.
This whole thing, Arsenal signing, I'm sorry. I think I'm in the majority when I think this is going to be a dud. A dud.
It's going to create problems.
You're not going to lose Leno, first of all.
Exactly, so why get him?
It's
going to create more problems than it solves.
This is the poor man's United problem.
Yeah,
between Henderson and De Gea. That's what this is.
That's a good comparison. And it's causing problems, right? Is Henderson or De Gea the starting keeper for Man U?
Yeah, and it's been like that for a year.
Who is?
For me, it should be De Gea. That said, let's not even get in on that. And that can cross that bridge probably in a couple of weeks when Henderson's healthy again. Or when the Champions League starts. But with Ramsdale, like, Leno's not great, but that team is so poor. And Leno has his moments. You know, build the team first.
Yeah.
Like, for Ramsdale? Come on, Mike.
We'll see. We'll see where it goes, but I don't think it's going to go well.
I think it's a terrible deal.
Yeah, I think it's terrible.
I think it's £24 million plus bonuses, reaching about $30 million. Regardless, 24 should be the tops because I think Sheffield paid like 18 to 20 million pounds for him at the time.
And he didn't get better.
And exactly.
So
he's a decent shot stopper, but he's decent. He's small, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it at all. I don't like it whatsoever. But I think that's a transfer top.
Yeah, well,
Batshuayi, okay, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Because I was telling myself, we need to give Rom a shout out. Rom, big shout out to picking up the Batman. At Besiktas, I'm about it. You know, Besiktas is good at just kind of picking up these on loan, you know, or fading or strikers, especially strikers that just don't quite pan out. You come for a year or two and then resell them. They're good like that.
Is Kyle Aaron at Besiktas?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is.
And who's the other forward? Isn't there another? Or no, I'm thinking probably of
Yilmaz.
No, he's on Lille. I know that. He used to be on Fenerbahce, right?
I'm not. Oh well, no,
Or Galatasaray.
But yeah. So anyway, I like that pickup. I like that.
Batman, he's been floating around so much. It's just like his career is like the float man.
Been in Chelsea.
Not the Batman, he's the float man.
Sure.
Like he's just floating around everywhere.
Well, I mean, if you watch Red More Batman's he's got his gliders, and he's basically floating. He's gliding. He's gliding.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, Mike. Let's do our. So we touched on Serie A. We're good there. You want to do a little more?
Yeah. Well, there's not that Serie A. No, we didn't. There's not really any big matchups.
There's no big matchups. We touched on Mourinho. We touched on Juve. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's a shame. Like the first week of the Serie A is so Hellas Verona and Sassuolo that intrigues me the most.
Yeah,
which both those teams have actually been doing quite well in the last couple of seasons. For them, but it's just been it's a bit of a dud. It's a bit of a dud for week one. Fiorentina Roma is and
you wanted a big match the first week in Serie A?
Something a little bit more. I would say for me it's Hellas and Sassuolo. And with Sassuolo losing on the road as well and losing Locatelli, I'm not touching that.
Yeah, Berardi might be gone too. Berardi said he wants out.
Well, Berardi might have shot himself in the foot for another year. Maybe he's pushing now. If Berardi he said that, if Berardi's saying that right now,
it's only because Locatelli left.
It is, of course, it's because Locatelli left because they could have been building something, and Locatelli was happy to stay for another year. He
was happy to stay if he didn't go to Arsenal.
If you go to Juve, if he go to Juve, then yeah. And so for Berardi to say that now, it's too late. He's not getting sold this year. Maybe in January.
And for $30 million.
Maybe in January. He torches Milan. That's Berardi's team. Berardi loves to show up against Milan. Yeah, a little disappointing. You got
Udinese.
There was nothing though. Juve is Udinese.
Yeah,
you'll walk it.
Hint.
You'll walk it.
That's fine.
What are you saying?
It's my
Your lock?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your lock. Okay, let's do the lock then.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mike's lock. So lock, gambling lock of the week. Juve over Udinese. What are they paying?
Actually,
1.5 is the minimum. Just so you know. Are you on the road?
We are on the road. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're 1.7.
Okay. All right.
Barely. But that's my lock, guys.
Okay, so Mike's gambling lock of the week is Juventus over Udinese, and funnily enough, I am also gonna. I switched, but I'm funnily enough picking my own squad. I'm taking United over Southampton, also 1.7.
Also 1.7.
Yeah.
Eh? Oh, actually, I don't mind. I can't do it. Unless if you just switch, it just switched to 1.45.
There you go.
So it's too.
All right, Juve -1.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. They have to win by 2. Juve 1.5 actually.
That's probably like 2. That's probably 2. Okay, so there you go. I'm gonna do United. I did switch.
We're both going with our teams.
We are.
Feel it hot.
We are.
After a big 5-1 home win.
We are.
Nice.
I'm not going more than that though. Southampton are at home, and it's their first match at home in a year and a half, so I'm not going to get carried away.
James just signed a new deal too.
So what?
He's their captain. That's big for them. Right. Their captain. I'm just saying for Southampton.
Yeah.
Pumped up sign, like the captain's re-signing.
English
something. Just left, so our captain signed it.
I'm going to throw you guys a bonus though, because I did switch because I also had Lazio over Napoli at 1.7. Lazio's on the road, and
Lazio's facing Napoli.
Empoli.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I
was like, there are no big matches in Syria.
I do like fitting into that team, especially to beat up on the smaller clubs. I think Ciro Immobile. I think that team can flow well against smaller clubs.
I think first
I'll see what they can do.
They're on the road or at home?
They're on the road.
Yeah, the first game on the road might be. If they're at home, I think I'd feel a lot more confident.
Of course, but I'm not getting 1.5 for that. There's no way. So I'm getting 1.7. I'm sticking. Lazio is my bonus. I'm throwing that in there. And let's move on to the PL and captain fantasy to start. Captain Michael
Salah.
Oh, okay. So we switched.
Yeah.
Kind of. I have Bruno.
You have Bruno this week? I have Salah.
Salah against Burnley.
They're at home.
And Burnley ended the streak.
Yeah.
Burnley ended the
streak last year. They're definitely not going to let Burnley beat them back to back. They're gonna smash them, Max. They're gonna smash them.
Smash them. So that's the thing.
It's 3-1 at least.
I think Liverpool win.
least.
I think Liverpool win.
They're
But I
scoring
don't
3 goals,
necessarily.
and Salah has to score one of the 3.
I'm gonna. Even though we're not doing that game, I'm gonna say 2-0.
Burnley.
That's what
2-0 Burnley. Is that what you said?
I'm the one who's been drinking.
You said 2-0 Liverpool, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you were joking.
No, I thought I heard Burnley. I'm like, this is.
Yeah. No, not at all. And I'm gonna do Bruno versus Southampton. I think
he just
Bruno,
had a hat trick. So I don't think he's gonna get a big game again.
Goal and assist easily.
Maybe.
So, have you seen Southampton's defense? It's leaky as a sieve.
That was last year.
They just gave 3 in the second half against Everton. What are you talking about? They just lost Vestergaard. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they did.
Absolutely.
They did. And their goal was a gift too. Keen, did you see that?
Their goal was a gift.
Yeah.
Their goal was a gift, but they gave up 2 gifts as well. Decore's goal was great. It was a great finish.
What do you mean? No, that was bad defending. Decore's goal. They let him. That was bad defending. They let him.
Nice finish.
I know, but they let him dribble this way, then stop,
and then
stop.
Turn, yeah.
And then you can't in
fine.
the box. You can't let him do that.
Then make it all 3. Then make it all 3. Bruno is my captain.
Yeah, okay.
My savvy pickup is Emiliano Buendia for Villa against Newcastle. They're playing Newcastle, and we'll see what this guy can do. He had a torture of a season against in the championship, and Newcastle are just shambling defensively. They're so bad.
They were. I know they had the lead 2 at half too, and that second half, they just got killed.
They imploded.
It was 3 goals in like 15 minutes for.
Villa is a bit of a dicey one for me. I wonder, I'm taking Buendia and Savvy, but I do wonder how they're going to react with that because they got utterly slammed by Watford last week, and it makes me wonder if this is going to be a problem for them. Just losing the identity of Grealish, despite making some nice signings, despite having a good core around Grealish before he left. I just somewhat worry for them, and I think a game against Newcastle has to be a win for them. It has to be. That will just build up their confidence. Be like, all right, we lost Grealish, but we can still put some work in and perform against teams that we should at least beat. Yeah. So I'm gonna go for Buendia. Yeah.
I'm going with the consensus. I was worried about. I didn't want to pick him first week, but he didn't look too bad against Norwich. I'm gonna go Semikas because he's gonna. He didn't play that bad.
Now is Semikas a savvy pick? That's for fantasy. That's what I'm asking you because you know what I thought of this today. I'm like, I wonder if Mike picked Semikas because the guy's $4 million.
Yes,
the guy's $4 million, and Robertson's hurt. So is he savvy?
Okay.
When it comes,
yes. Okay, I get it. All right, I'll go to my backup then.
Yeah.
You think so?
So? This is what I'm saying. So Semikas, we're doing savvy pickup. Someone that not many people would take. Semikas is £4 million, and Robertson's hurt, so he's a shoo-in. That's what I'm saying. So what's savvy about?
They're putting me on the spot.
We'll let it go.
Okay, no.
Or actually, argue me.
No.
Debate me, please.
No. There's some game I'm missing. Who is yikes.
Brighton Watford. What I considered Sar. I absolutely considered Sar.
Ismaila?
Yeah.
Ismaila?
Yeah. He's he might be going to Liverpool. That's why I'm not picking him up yet for fantasy because
Liverpool might get him.
Liverpool's the game last year. He's good. He's a good fucking player.
Yeah, but do they need him?
Yes, they do.
I think
they're getting older and older.
Anything. I think
they need to. They still need to bolster those wings. And Sar would be a good player because he would come in and he wouldn't expect to start, but you could rotate him, like Jota.
I guess.
And Jota earned that spot. And I'm not saying that Sar walks in there and displaces Mane or Salah, but he would be someone that he's 23 years old, just turned 23, or is about to turn 23. He's young. He's been proven. Like even when Watford bought him when they first got up, when they first got promoted a couple years ago, I was like, that's a very good signing. United were looking at him. United fans last year when Sancho wasn't going to come through, it was like people were ragging on us for being linked to Sar. I was about him. I was like, you know what? I don't mind if we get Sancho. If we don't get Sancho, we take Sarr for a third of the price.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think he's a good sign for Liverpool. I really do. Yes, I do agree with you that maybe they do need a midfielder. I can get behind that, but Salah and Mane are getting on. Firmino's getting on. They need to bolster that attacking line.
Do you think Wolves look good in their game?
From what I saw, they look decent. From what I saw, Wolves did intrigue me. They did. And I think it's going to be a much different Wolves than what we've seen on Nuno, and I'm intrigued.
You know what? I'm going to go. I still think the momentum off the first win is just too high for them. And he played well this game. He drew a lot of fouls. I'm going to go with Lucas Moura.
He played really well.
Lucas Moura.
He played very, very well.
He was. I know that it was only counterattacks. There was only counterattacks. That's how Tottenham got all the chance. Son was wasteful in the first half, but he was key for a lot of those counterattacks being started. Bergwijn was actually pretty good too, but I thought Moura was better than Bergwijn. Even though he got the assist.
I think Moura might have been man of the match for that. Yeah.
I think you still have to give it to Son. Son should have shot it twice in the first half, but you know what, Lucas Moura. In the preseason, in a good preseason, is it just a good preseason? But he looked good against City too, so I think Nuno has confidence in him.
When I'm looking at my fantasy team right now, Moura is someone that could potentially be coming in there in the next few weeks. I'll say that.
Very savvy. Very savvy.
He is. I like.
You want a Tottenham player though, but the Son is probably the safest bet on that team.
Sure,
he is the safest bet.
Savvy, Moura. I like the Moura one, and you know what? I think Wolves are going to kind of. We'll get into that. Let's get to it right now. We'll get to it soon. Let's start with preview. Last week Arsenal gets battered by Brentford. Just fucking shameful. Ben White gets sat down. Leno nowhere. One thing I will ask: second goal, is that a foul? You guys got us.
Wait.
Second goal for Brentford. Arms wrapped around Leno.
Okay, so if which game was it? Who was it? Brighton who gave up a goal in the first 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Did you see how they gave up that goal?
On that corner?
And the guy just shoved the guy down? If that's not a foul, then definitely.
That isn't. That's not. I know. That's a foul. They're both fouls. Do you agree that? Because Mike, I think you know that how
the law is written, it is a foul. But I don't know why they didn't call it. I think they don't want VAR. I know, but I think they don't want as much VAR. I think the ruling on the field is going to stand a lot this year.
Okay,
and as long as they're consistent with it in every game, I'll like it. But
But Mike, to me, those are both he was just like. But Mike, you know that I'm liberal.
Yeah.
With calls. I think both of those are fouls. I do.
I think the Brighton one was more of a foul.
Yeah, his arm was wrapped around Leno too.
It wasn't wrapped, but it was more like this, right? And it was like this. It was
maybe Leno could have fought a little bit more.
He could
have fought a little more, and then he was like, I think foul
because he didn't fight.
Yeah,
I think they're like, fuck it. He wasn't trying.
And it's Leno.
It's like it's Arsenal. Let them suffer early in the season. I like it.
Really bad.
I like it.
Really bad.
But we're gonna lose that game regardless. So they can bitch and moan about that, but if they're bitching and moaning about that, they have to look in the mirror and say, my team sucks. Why do I think they're better than they are?
Yeah.
We should if they come top 7, I'll be impressed.
Yeah.
I'll be impressed.
Yeah.
I will because. They should. I don't know because if they did signings,
even with these two new hot signings, I know.
They're a team that I think that they need to come together because they only have the league, right? Who cares about the League Cup? Who cares about FA Cup? Your focus should be coming back into European football. It won't be Champions League, so focus for Europa League.
Yeah.
So focus for that.
Conference League, Mike. The Conference League.
Europa League, not Conference League. Fuck that Conference League.
What? Do you think they're going to finish 6th then?
Okay, maybe you got to focus on the cup then. If FA Cup gets Europa League, you focus on the cup. Arsenal, that's what you should be focused on this year. I don't think they're coming.
That is their bag too. That's their baby. That's their baby.
But no, this they were bad. Brentford looked like the better team, and as I said, if you were a neutral fan looking at that game, saying one of these teams is a newly promoted side, I wouldn't be surprised if people said Arsenal.
No chance. Yeah.
I know Brentford's first game ever in the PL, and they were amped. But
it doesn't matter. They were
poorly.
You
played poorly.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Good for a laugh. Added laugh.
Now it could be. Hopefully, it's back. Arsenal did beat Chelsea both times last year, right?
No, Chelsea. No. Arsenal won up 1-0. It was 1-0 for Arsenal, and then Chelsea. We'll get into that, but Arsenal went up 1-0 last time. There's the gift.
But didn't Arsenal come back and I swear they beat what? But
No, Chelsea came back.
Maybe.
Chelsea game. There was the gift to I think Aubameyang, and then so Arsenal went up 1-0 in the second the reverse fixture, and then Chelsea came back. But we'll get into that because we're going to close with that. Shall we just City Spurs? City just looking like they're just everyone's jumping on them right now. It's like just relax, all right.
For City?
Yeah, just calm down.
Well, yeah, it's too early to jump on them, but they didn't look good.
They didn't look good. They had so many players that were either injured or just coming back from playing over the summer. It's understandable, and they're trying to sort things out.
Is it understandable though?
How exposed they were?
They only have one striker, and they chose not to play him. So what is that telling?
That's a false sign. That's a.
I know, but I don't know. I think you got to.
When we did last week, we did who needs to step up. I said Jesus because I don't think they're getting King.
Well, how is he supposed to step up if he has no confidence? He's like, okay, I'm the only striker I should be playing, and I'm still not playing. And now you're expecting him when he does play to be confident when he plays. Strikers are built off of confidence, But
you can get confidence in a City side like Savannah, who they're playing next week.
Yes.
Brentford, all the bottom feeders. You can get confidence like that, especially when you know you are the only one. And I would say if I'm Pep, you would give Jesus a good run of 4 games
in a row, no matter what team.
No matter who the fuck you're playing. Give him 4 matches in a row. I know they're playing Norwich this week. Just get him rolling, and see if maybe you can just pick up even a younger striker where you don't put. Is it Doyle? Is it Doyle up top?
Yeah, it's Doyle.
Even if you don't.
Or no, it's Delap, isn't it? Or is it Delap?
Maybe it's Delap.
I think it's Delap.
They Palmer in midfielder.
But
Palmer, one of them.
Anyway. If you're Caballero Jesus, right? You only recognize striker on the team, and you got bench for someone who was a bench player pretty much near the end of the season last year. Torres didn't really play until the late league games when he was clearly saving a starting 11 for the Champions League.
No, for Torres? Torres was getting that team periodically throughout the year. It was weird with Torres.
He was coming up for 10 minutes though.
I'm not surprised that Torres started the false 9. He did the false 9 thing, right?
I know, but it's it didn't work. So
yes, and that's a knock on. You're saying it's a knock on Jesus' confidence?
No, I think that's on Pep, man. You have one striker, you got to give him confidence right off the bat.
Okay, all right.
Even if you plan to give him 60 minutes,
but you tried something against a
big team,
a bigger team.
Okay,
now. Yeah, right.
Not a big team, but they're a bigger team than ours.
But now is the time to give Jesus a run.
Now it is because you're playing your first plan A didn't work, so now you got to go to plan B or plan G.
Jesus might not even been bad for a 7 pickup for fantasy as well.
I don't know because with Pep, it's
you don't know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen.
He's going to rotate that squad. I still have Cancelo on my team right now, just about fantasy week, but is Cancelo going to start? Jesus, to me, I think has to start this match.
Don't know Walker's going to start next game.
Give him at least the next 2 matches before the international break.
We'll see.
I think it has to.
I don't know, but
good for Spurs, man. They earned that match.
It was a classic Nuno match.
Yeah,
against Pep.
Pep's lost 5 in a row there against Spurs.
No,
insane.
3 in a row.
But 5 in total, I think.
3 in a row without a goal. That's what it is.
3 without a goal, but I think he's lost 5 in total.
2-0, 2-0, 1-0.
Yeah, but I think he's lost 5 in total.
Oh, really?
It's the most he's ever lost against a team.
Okay, it's 3 in a row, though. It's 3 in a row. It's 3 in a row.
Wow.
It was last year with Mourinho. It was the year before in the Champions League, was it?
No, I think it was
twice. Oh, no, it was twice Mourinho. It was actually twice Mourinho.
That's when Bergwijn came up.
Yeah,
first match.
Yeah, and Son scored the other goal, Man U, Leeds.
Very happy. Very, very happy.
The goals were there, like I said, but it was all on one side pretty much.
Yeah, Mike had 3-2 United. I don't want to draw. I was worried going to that match, but without Calvin Phillips there, that team is a gaping hole. That midfield is just lost. And it was the same thing. It was the same thing last year. 6-2 at Old Trafford. No fans either. And United still absolutely pumped them. And Calvin Phillips is just so crucial to that team. And I was talking to John earlier just today, and he's a Leeds fan. He was saying that he thinks that, or he said, or sorry, am I spacing here?
John.
No, manager for Leeds. Just
Bielsa,
yeah. Oh. Sorry, I was blanking. I've had a bit to drink. I apologize. But really, I just wish I had more. But that apparently he's happy with the team. He doesn't want to bring anyone else in. And when I hear that, I just think of maybe the owners just aren't doing enough. Like that team, like they bring Jerry
he's
Ferber,
saving
but like
the owners. He's saving the owners by saying that.
I don't know. Like I mean, like there's that team still needs work. Like it needs depth anyway. It needs depth, and it's like you're not gonna like he's saying that. It was. If I'm a Leeds fan, that alarm bells, and it worries me. If I'm a Leeds fan,
Maybe January transfer window.
Why not now?
I know why not.
You're bringing Junior Firpo. That team is. It's your second year up. You should have brought in money. To me, that smells of ownership trying to just tighten the purse strings.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
We'll see.
Where's me?
What was the other match we were going to talk about?
Well, I don't know. We were just going to bounce around.
Oh, it was Watford.
Well, yeah, Villa. I mean,
Watford Villa. That was the surprising. Most of the other matches went how I thought they were, or in the sense, maybe not the City Spurs, but the Villa Watford. It was 3-0.
Yeah, no, they had it was dead. It was dead and gone, and it was shocking because Watford, oddly enough, were they finished second last year in the championship. They were like I think 16th in the league in goals scored. They were a defensive squad, and you just wonder. You saw last year when Grealish got hurt. How with Grealish, really up there, and then when Grealish got hurt, they fell off.
They fell off. Yeah, it was. But they had a lot of good signings.
But
I guess maybe they're not good signings.
We'll see. No, it's not to say that. It's like Bailey hasn't played yet. Ings just got in. When he just got in, there's a lot of work to do. Obviously.
Yeah.
But like, how long is that going to take? I mean, when a couple weeks ago we were talking about it, Villa, like when Villa did make the Ings signing, did make the Bundias. Bundy was a way back. Basically, Ings and Bailey, and we were talking about look at Fulham a few years ago. Fulham spent like £100 million, and they were relegated, and they were done. They were done by November, And is this gonna?
Well, maybe that's why the Leeds looked at that and said maybe we should stick with what we got. Let's not jump the gun. Let's just do one signing at a time, 2 signings at a time, see how it goes, and not like over budget and then collapse, and then we're in the hole and we're relegated. It's
Yeah,
especially with that. Now that you mentioned that, that's what I could kind of see it being like, because who was the other promoted sides? It was Leeds.
I think it was Villa that year.
Oh yeah,
and no, but Villa spent a lot of money that year as well, and they barely stayed up. And
they were the year before.
Oh yeah, because Fulham. Yes, it was. No, yeah, because Fulham beat Villa.
It was Fulham, Leeds, and West Brom. That's who it was. West Brom went down.
No. But I'm talking about like the year that Fulham came up the first time.
Oh yeah.
That's when I spent all that money.
Yeah. They had whatchamacallit? It was the German who.
Well, they brought in Schuler, and they brought in the guy from Nice. He went to.
Sessegnon?
No.
They had a Ryan.
No, they had Sessegnon already. He went to like Fenerbahce or something like that as well. Seri.
Oh,
Jean Seri.
Yeah.
I was very excited about that signing as well. He scored a banger, and that was it. And Schuler scored a couple bangers as well, but yeah, the team was just not there. Okay, Mike, let's do the preview and let's wrap it up.
Yep.
Leeds Everton. Leeds are at home, and we saw last week. Thank you. We saw last week that there were no draws, and
there's gonna be draws this week.
And the teams that won on the road were largely the favorites. Liverpool. Spurs won at home. I'm missing a couple. Brighton was?
No, Brighton were on the road.
So
but they were probably favorites.
They were favorites. They were. But still, anyway.
There'll be ties this year. But it's good that no ties, like every game ended with a winner.
Well, how much do you think home crowd really made a difference after a year and a half?
Oh, it definitely made a difference.
Massive, right? Absolutely. Everton Leeds are at home. Calvin Phillips will be back for this match. He was on the bench against United, but I think, he was obviously tired of not match fitness. He was lacking. And they basically said, this game's done. There's no point in bringing him up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You might as well save him.
He's got to start. He's got to start this week. I don't know if Fernando Lorente is back. Is Lorente back?
No, I don't think so. But I expect a way better performance with Leeds.
So do I.
Especially now that they have fans, first time back, and now what would be 17 years for the fans, 16 years for Leeds, but 17 years for the fans.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have. I expect this to be like a 2-1, 2-2. I still don't know with like. I think Everton will squeak in a goal. Will they squeak in 2? I know Leeds are scoring 2.
Leeds played them well last year as well.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think I'm sticking with the 2-1 Leeds.
So am I.
I was really close to going 2.
You have that spreadsheet going, by the way. You're up 1-0. We
Oh,
botched last week.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah,
we
my
absolutely
3-2
botched
United.
it. He got his United win because I had a draw, but I went 0 for 3. Mike went 1 for 3, and we're off to a rough
You got the
start.
score right in the City one, just not the right team.
Nice. I will sleep well. Thank you. I will sleep well.
But this week we should be better. But 2-1 Leeds. Maybe we're both botched it. Then maybe
I like 2-1 Leeds.
Benitez.
That's mine.
But I was thinking, I won't be surprised if it's 2-2. And I think if it ends 2-2,
I
I'll be
still-
so
I-
pissed.
I still picked up Richarlison.
Oh, you did it? You jumped the trigger?
I did it on Sunday before. I was like, I'm sticking on
Did the
point
price
one.
go up?
Yep.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I saved myself point one.
Moral victory. There you go.
Let's go.
I thought only Bruno went up. They're like, no one really went up.
Yeah, I did it on Sunday. I'm like, if he doesn't get hurt, then whatever. Let's start like fucking Balogun or some shit.
Well, hopefully it's Calvert Lewin who scores. So DCL, I got him for the start of the season. He's gonna after week 7 or 8, but first 7 to 8 weeks, DCL, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm with that. Okay, Wolves Spurs. Wolves at home now, getting their home field advantage and.
Against former manager.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a big
absolutely.
game.
But you know what?
It's
a lot of transition. This is a massive transition. You know, it's like this is a manager who who knew these players and maybe can neutralize certain ones. But Wolves have actually brought in a lot of Trincao, for example. I think Ryan Nuri's potentially going to play a bigger role. He didn't start last week. Marcel did.
Did Fabio Silva start?
No, I think Jimenez did start that match.
Jimenez started, right? Yeah. Adama missed a great chance in the first half.
Yeah, yes, he did. Yes,
Put it wide, but
yes, he did. And you know what? Adama intrigues me this year because it's like this is. I feel like under Lauge, Adama Traore,
Did
right?
he score 2 goals?
Yeah.
FC Sheriff.
FC Sheriff. Okay, sorry, Steph. Quickly, but FC Sheriff is just banging it out. I mean, maybe you're happy now because they're smacking Zagreb. Context: Red Star could have played Zagreb this week in the Champions League qualifier, and FC Sheriff from Moldova utterly just they knocked out Red Star and just pumped Zagreb in the first leg. Everyone just walking. Everyone just overlooking them. But anyway, Adama Traore, who scored 2 goals for FC Sheriff, also plays. Another Adama Traore plays for
FC Sheriff
for Wolves, and he intrigues me because under Bruno Lage, I'm intrigued to see what this Wolves team does. I think they're going to be a lot more exciting this year. I really do. I think even though you saw last week against Leicester, they lost 1-0, but they created a lot of chances.
They're unfortunate.
And I don't know. I think this is going to be a completely different Wolves team, and the Spurs team. Yes, they dug deep against City, but Pep always seems to struggle. Not always, but he does have a penchant for struggling against teams, bigger teams especially that he should beat, and that can expose him on the break. You look at United and Ollie over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
That's a prime example, and then you look at what Spurs were doing last week, just hitting on the break.
I know.
Just absolutely hitting on the break, constantly.
Absorb.
And Nuno looked at us like, yeah, I'll take that check. But I see Wolves right now, and I see Spurs, and I think the onus will still be more on Spurs. I think Wolves are going to bring it to 2-1 Wolves.
2-1 Wolves.
Yep, home field, and I think they can just overwhelm. I really do.
Do you think Kane plays this game?
I think he'll be on the bench, and I think he'll come off.
Like 60th minute, he'll come on?
Yeah, that's something.
You think they'll be good with him?
I think it'll be too late.
Too late, eh?
Yeah. It might be 2-0 at that point, and then maybe they get something.
I'm doing 2-2. 2-2.
Okay.
High scoring game.
All right. Okay. I guess we both have one, but you articulate one there.
Because I think when Kane comes on, there'll be a goal, and I think Wolves can score 2 goals. I just think so, but I wouldn't. You know what? It's going to be 2-1 Wolves. It's going to be 2-1 Spurs. That's what it's going to be.
What are you doing?
2-2. But it's going to be 2-1 Spurs.
I don't think so. Obviously. Okay, and let's wrap it up. Let's do Arsenal, Chelsea. Arsenal's at home. Chelsea, massive favorite still.
Yeah, they should be.
Absolutely should be. I
have a routine scoreline.
I have 2-0.
Well, I had 2-0 as well, but which team?
You're asking me because I like to throw some curveballs at that, don't I?
I was thinking 3-0 too, but I'm like, no, like Arsenal, they'll put up a fight.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but you know what? It's Arsenal. They might not put up a fight. And it's going to be 3-0 now. Watch, it's going to be 3.
Are you going to?
Yeah, I'm going to.
So much.
We
have two of the same correct storylines. Okay. I mean, there's not much more to say about this match. I mean, like I did dance around with the fact that it's like they. Under Arteta, they did perform decently against Chelsea last year, but one of those matches, their win was with Lampard. Was against Lampard. It's a completely different team.
They're not good.
They're completely organized, and they're shit.
They're good. They're horrible.
They are absolutely.
Are Lacazette and Obama going to be back?
I don't think so.
Well, they both have right
I
ankle
think it's like
injuries?
50-50. I heard it was illness.
Illness.
Yeah,
but it's
like
not
sick.
COVID?
They got sick. It's not COVID. They're sick.
The flu?
Yeah, the actual flu. How'd you like that?
COVID-21.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go with 2-0. Just
it just seems like a Tuchel should take care of business. It's going to be a goal in each half. I think, and Arsenal are just going to look awful in between. Yeah. The Chelsea is going to possess it. Not really create quality chance until when they do score. But it's like Arsenal's never going to seem a threat in this game. That's why I have this game going.
Absolutely.
And I hate to, I know it feels like I'm bashing on Arsenal a lot, but, you bash on them because you expect better. You know what I mean? They're a big club, but they're just not playing like a big club anymore. So it's
they haven't been a big club, man. They've been sucked. The life has been sucked out of that team by their ownership for years and years. It's been a decade, man.
But it's
been
bad.
a decade.
It's bad.
Over a decade.
It's the downfall you hate to see, but they can come back. Remember, Juve came back.
Michael, don't
Juve
compare
back.
Juve. It's completely different. How are you going to compare Juve to Arsenal right now? Arsenal's been getting their club bled dry.
Yes, but we were back. After we got relegated,
we got relegated, but you had owners that cared. You were right back there. This is an ownership that just wants money. Top 4 has always been their thing under this ownership, and has how can you say otherwise? And now look where they are. They are struggling to make a
continental league,
a made up league,
a made up league just for them.
And they still haven't made it. And yeah, we're laughing at it, but it's also sad. It is sad if you're an Arsenal fan. It's fucking tragic, but it's I will enjoy it. Watching Brentford Arsenal from 10 minutes in, I was like, wow, Brentford are just running. Yeah, I know. They're fucking running.
The post 7 minutes in.
It was 50. Whatever.
It was a nice.
Yeah, Ben and Mike gets sat down. It's like, where are you putting your money? What do you 50 million on maybe Ben White can turn around. Aaron Ramsdale one actually bothers me more than Ben White.
I know, but didn't they spend 126 million?
Huh?
Right?
Yeah, they sold a couple. I think their net spend was 8 or something. It was enough. It was enough for players who were I'm intrigued to take a look at the midfield that they picked up from Anderlecht. But that's the thing is you bring in someone I forget his name, but they bring this kid from Anderlecht, as I'm sure you know. And in the heart of the midfield, and it's especially you need some solid.
Yeah.
Especially you need some solid, experienced players around you to build you up. It's this could be a horrible move for him.
It could be. It probably will be.
It probably will be. He's
probably should have stayed wherever he was.
He's
for another year.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway.
Well, Arsenal hopefully prove us wrong. Then we have something to talk about and prove it in another way.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. As much as I feel for you, I still enjoy it.
Oh, okay, Max. Don't be too easy. Now you're putting salt in the wound.
I mean, who am I to talk, all right? And we haven't United hasn't been competing for years.
Yeah, but Arsenal's going to beat you guys.
Probably.
They're going to play
Arteta does. I don't think we scored against Arteta.
No, you did score last year.
I don't think we scored the year before.
Oh, well, yeah. Arsenal definitely beat you. But they will. They'll remind you that when they beat you.
All right. Okay, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next week. Until then.
See you guys.